Fulham versus Manchester United in the Premier League. 10th place hosting 13th. And must win for Manchester United after a shambolic, destructive 3-1 home loss to Brighton. In the run of games that we currently are enduring, I think it's fair to say that there is not really any more room for losses for United, especially given the complexion of points at the moment. If results do not go our way, but go the way of everybody else around us, then we drop down 2 places at most, and Everton further down in the table in 20 points would then potentially move to within 3 points of us, and then there'll be another 4 points below them to where Wolves are sat in 17th, and then it is relegation. 10 points away, guys. 10 points away. And we still have, what is it, 14? Is it 14 games? No, 16 games. We've still got 16 games left. So that's essentially any, well, not the most likeliest in the world, but never say never. Absolutely never say never. Manchester United have to win this game. We've got to get up to 29 points. I think getting past 30 points this season, I can see us being safe. Definitely safe. Get us above 30 points, and then we can breathe a little bit more easily. But we have to do the work to achieve it. We have to get the job done. And Fulham, no easy team to play against. Very respectable squad that they've got. Quite a few danger men in the team, and not really a lot of injuries at the moment. I mean, they're missing Tete, one of their fullbacks, and Reece Nelson on the attacking outlet, but plenty of quality still in the team, and still plenty of goal threats as well. With the likes of Raul Jimenez, who's got 8 goals in 22 appearances this season so far. Harry Wilson with 5 goals in 18. Smith Rowe, 4 goals in 20. And Alex Iwobi, 7 in 22. So their goals are relatively spread out, right? Relatively split and spread out. So they are definitely a team that are going to want to exploit. I think, judging by Anthony Robinson's 9 assists this season from a fullback position, we could very well be looking at cutback central at Craven Cottage, which is never a great thing, especially if we've got Andre Onana in goal, which there you go. There's the obvious choice of goalkeeper, Altay Bayindir. He has to play. Bayindir has got to play. No questions asked. It's him or the highway for me, because I feel like the team actually trust their goalkeeper a lot more. They feel a bit more comfortable with Bayindir in the team versus Onana, and I think they trust the shot a little bit more to be let go. With Onana, I think is a bit more hectic, and simplicity sometimes is the best thing. And I think Bayindir should be given a run of games. I do. I think he should be given a run of games to see how well our clown in goal. Cheers for that one, AFTV Uncle Fester. Just to see how our clown does. I think Bayindir, the clown, is absolutely a big clown show. still does a lot less comedy work than Andre Onana. So I think it's fair to say Bindy is probably the better choice, the goalkeeper at the moment. Um, I think defence is going to be a question mark. I think there's speculation about De Ligt and Euro's fitness. Harry Maguire fully fit, and Lindelof also back in the team. So there's options of choice for United on Sunday. So I think maybe there is a little bit of rotation in the back line, but not a lot. And I'd imagine Amory will probably want to avoid too much rotation just to sort of avoid jeopardizing a team performance too much. If we do even get a performance, that is. I say team performances as if I can take something for granted, but I think midfield is probably most likely going to be Mainu and Agate, even though technically I think it should be Collier and Agate. I'd like to see the Collier-Agate partnership. I'd also like to see us sign a midfielder that can actually play in one of those two positions. But you know, whatever I want is never it's never what I get. So never mind. Never mind. We can dream. We can dream about it. A team that actually has positions being filled with quality. That's respected. That's respected by people. We don't have anything. I mean, barring Agate, I think people uh, do do recognise Agate, but not really a lot of not too fussed about anybody else. And that's going to be an issue to have to overcome as a team. A lot of teams that come to Old Trafford don't care if it's Man United or not. I really don't care. We're getting 3 points today, and there's nothing that anybody can do to stop us. And it's the same story away from home as well. Just nobody cares if they're playing Manchester United anymore. It's just, can I get 3 points? Yes. What's a good way to get 3 points? Play against Manchester United. Very, very good way to get 3 points. But we're hoping at this stage, we're hoping that we can show a bit of fight, a bit of fire and desire, um, just to seal a commanding result, a convincing result that is leverage for the team to go into other league games as well. Um, and just ultimately a team that's just up for the fight. That's team selections are critical, um, especially in a team scenario where everyone's a bit all over the place. And I think it matters who it is that we bring in. This window, which we'll also talk about that sort of stuff in just a second. Joshua Xerxes has to stop. Has got to stop. Even if he ain't scoring any goals, I think the whole idea with Joshua Xerxes in this team is an extra body to hold the play up better, to use his intelligence more, and to actually look to create things, to create passages of play. Højlund has proven, even the short cameo that we saw from him last night, just came on and was just, this guy was falling over. Like, the guy, he look at an opponent and he'd sort of raise his eyebrows at him, and he'd just flop to the floor like a fish, and start flopping around like a fish out of water. And it's like, mate, what are you doing? Brother, you got two legs. Stand. 2 feet. Stand. Now, that's it. Good boy. Now, follow the ball. It's like the most fundamental basics for a football player. And Højlund can't do anything. Like, this is like, it's an absolute disgrace. Absolute disgrace. And people, I see now there is a Rasmus Højlund apologist clan. They're out there, from what I've seen. And I think it's an absolute disgrace that really anybody is sat there saying, "Oh, Hoyland's going to be great for us. Going to be fantastic for us." Brother, I can tell when a striker's in form, when a striker's out of form, and when a striker's just not very good at anything. And with Rasmus, it's definitely option number three. Definitely option number three, because the game requires more depth and more metal to the overall like game of a striker, right? What qualities does he represent? What qualities does he provide the team? What is his recognition as a player? What type is he? And everything right now is just so undefined that there's not really like he's not in form, but his striker type is so undefined at the moment that there's nothing that he can do at the moment that makes our picture of him any clearer. Even when he scores a goal, the performance outside of the goal is awful. It is shambolic. And people will use and weaponize the talking point time, guys, time. He's young. Time. Yet, either at Rasmus Højlund's age, you can either see that he has something or has nothing. If he hasn't got it, there has to be something there that you can tell, yeah, he's going to come real good. He's going to come real good. I think it feels like with this guy, this season, he's regressed. But the problem for that is that when a player regresses at the age of what, 21, at 21, 22, when you regress at that age in your football career, you don't necessarily get it back, guys. You don't necessarily get it back because you've got to really apply yourself and work the hardest you have ever worked for anything in your life just to get back. And it's just no. He doesn't display any of that quality. Nothing at all. So from a conversation of a dead baller to a real baller. Now this is here in response to the news of Patrick Dorhu, the 20-year-old left wing back from Lecce in Italy. A second improved bid from the first one has been rejected. Lecce are insisting that we pay £34 million. And with that, I say close the transfer kitty for this deal and walk over to Benfica and pay the buyback clause for Alvaro Fernandez. This guy, actual tidy quality player, and on top of that, about the same age group. And best part about it, Fernandez has got a bit of European experience this season. Ooh, lovely. Solid performance against Barcelona in possession. Plays a possession game very well. Adequate defensive coverage. I think he'd be a fan. I think he'd be the sort of signing that we'd need to make for the left-hand side if you want to provide the balance. There you go. Make that signing, and the money you save from the Fernandez signing, from what you'd lose from doing the Dorhu signing, you can then put that money towards signing a midfielder. So yeah, for me, I personally would really, really like to see Alvaro Fernandez come back. I would. It would be a good signing. Would be a good signing, and even just simply paying the buyback clause, relatively good finances to it. He wouldn't demand a big wage. He really wouldn't. You just want a wage that he's just happy with, that he's comfortable with, and give him a role in the squad and full steam ahead. Really full steam ahead. I just think it's a no-brainer, guys. I don't know what you guys think. For me, no-brainer. Absolutely no-brainer. So, so yeah, I'm not optimistic about the transfer window, but there's business that can be done that I think would be beneficial to Manchester United this season. A bit of a silver lining with one of the transfer stories that we've got. Here we go with the Anthony loan deal to Real Betis. I don't think there's any loan fees to pay, but the wage coverage, Manchester United will not be paying much of the wages at all. Supposedly, based off of what Fabrizio said, the structure of said contract on the loan deal is that the wage structure is actually at least 84% of the wages, 84% of the wages, massive wages of Anthony will be paid for by Real Betis. And on top of that, there are performance bonuses to add on to that deal. No buy option, but what's to say Anthony doesn't absolutely rip trees up and maybe convince Betis to go, yeah, we'll buy it. We'll actually see if we can buy him in the summer. We'll see if we can buy him in the summer. And I think by which time I think Anthony would probably be like, I suppose I could take a bit of a pay cut to get back here. Probably would feel a little bit more like home for Anthony as well in La Liga and in the Spanish climate. So I just think that's probably where you should go at this stage of your career, because there is no room at the inn at Manchester United for Anthony. Rashford's still not linked with anybody. Casemiro, Saudi Arabian offers are dead, and it's if it's going to be any interest, will be from the MLS. That's not going to happen. I think it's just a sort of case of figuring out what the other sort of targets we'd want to go for would be. So, so yeah, let me know what you guys think. Score predictions for Sunday. I'm going to go with a 2-1 to United. A 2-1 to United. I think we hopefully should have enough in us to get a result out of the game. I'm not necessarily going to say that we're going to go there guaranteed to win. Not at all. I'd say we're probably like 55% chance of winning, and then 45% chance of losing. Then again, could be the other way around. Depends on what United show up to the game. And yeah, but I'm going with 2-1 United. Let me know what you guys think, what your predictions for the game are. I've got to still submit my score predictions to Tony for the good, the bad, and the ugly shows game week predictors. So I'll be doing that once I'm done here. Over the weekend, it's going to be a weird one because the game kicks off at 7 o'clock on Sunday. The Sunday night takeaway show is at 8 o'clock. Like, that's just weird. That's just a weird kickoff. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Such a weird kickoff time for Man United. So yeah, might have to wait for the match reaction stuff until at least Monday. So yeah, probably won't be able to do the match reaction on Sunday night, as we'll be on the Sunday night takeaway show, and yeah, that's pretty much the weekend. But leave your thoughts and your feelings about the whole transfer fiasco. Dorhu bid rejected. I think if it was up to Lecce, they'll probably want £50 million for the player if they could really have it their way. But I think Man United should just walk away from this business, go do the easy deal. That's actually probably more guaranteed to be a better signing for the club. And it's cheaper. So, yeah, Manchester United, what are you waiting for? Anyways, take care, everybody. Don't forget to like and subscribe and all that good stuff. And thanks for watching. Catch you on the very least Sunday. Ciao.